Oh my gosh. 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 I'm so sorry. It's absolutely bonkers out there. It's absolutely bonkers. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Could you hold the paps just 1 second? Yeah. Cheers. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. I will absolutely sign that autograph for you in just 1 second. Yes. So sorry. I'm here for the 100 Club interview. Yeah. No, as you can imagine, it is just absolutely bonkers at the moment. The who's who of the FPL world just keep contacting me. I've had Scout on the phone. I've had Fix on the phone. It's just been, so busy. My gosh, that's probably them now. I'll ignore it. I'm here for the interview. Yeah. So I just got here as quickly as I could, and you don't mind. You don't mind me taking that. Oh, cheers. Thank you so much. Let me just take a look. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. How embarrassing. It turns out that over 300,000 managers are above me this game week, which kind of means that over 300,000 managers are also in the 100 club this game week. Wow, what an amazing start to the FPL season, people. That's amazing. Gosh, wow, you couldn't have asked for anything better really there, could you? Oh, sorry, I've got another notification. I'm just gonna take this off to read this. Oh, wow! Oh my gosh! 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, people. Thank you so much, Nymfam. Hi guys, I'm FPL Nymfria and welcome back to the home of FPL videos. Just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. I am so grateful, honestly. I mean, we've been through some tough times on this channel, and when I started out a few years ago for my dad, God rest his soul, I did not imagine I'd be sat here now with 5,000 subscribers. So I can't thank everybody enough for the shares, the likes, and the views, sitting through the adverts and the 30 seconds. It all means so much to me. And yes, how amazing was Game Week 1? I don't know how I managed it. 100 points and 5,000 subscribers in a couple of days. It's a bit of a pinch me moment. So thank you all so much. Let's get into how I did in Game Week 1. Okay, so Sanchez was a bit of a disappointment for us in Game Week 1. He was meant to be our 4.5 million hero, but actually managed to concede a goal against Burnley. But you know what? It could have been a whole lot worse. We could have paid some extra cash for Martinez, and we'd have been just as upset there because obviously he also conceded. Sanchez did make 2 saves, so he only just missed out on that save bonus point, which would have been nice for us all. But yeah, we just got to hope with these Brighton fixtures that he can pull it back for us and be the hero that we all know that he can be, because I'm kind of looking sideways at the moment at Raya of Brentford going, hello, 4.5 million attractive points goalkeeper. Should I be moving to you right now? So hopefully, fingers crossed, Sanchez is on his way back to us and we get some more points out of him next game week. Moving on to my defence, and Trent and Simicast brought in the clean sheets for me. I absolutely agonised over Simicast and Jota. So obviously if I went for Jota, I would have had 3 Liverpool players and therefore wouldn't have been able to have Simicast and vice versa. In the end, I decided to go with Simicast. Jota did only get 2 more points than him, so I'm pretty happy with that, considering pairing both Trent and Simicast together, has been good. They both got me 6 points. Trent and Simicast both looked really attacking in that game. Trent had 3 attempted assists. Simicast had 2 shots in the box, 1 on target, and he's also got a sneaky little 0.1 million rise for us too in the last few days, so that's amazing. Moving on to Shaw, a little bit disappointing. Lost the clean sheet to Leeds, and yeah, it was a little bit shaky in defence there from United. Shaw did have 2 attempted assists, so at the moment I'm thinking of holding. Obviously, we're still very early days. It's so much easier to downgrade to somebody than to upgrade, to somebody. At the moment, I'm happy to see, especially with these great United fixtures, if Shaw can get us a little something going forward. I have faith in him, so hopefully he's about to come good. Moving on to my midfield, and Rafinha, oh Rafinha, nearly went for Benrahma last minute for Rafinha here based on the Brazil international news. A difference of 11 points. Ouch. Like, that is an ouch moment. That said, I am in a new way of thinking this season. I am trying to be far more positive. I've been doing my videos with Fergie on the 5 things, and one of those lessons is to not beat yourself up when it goes wrong, especially at the start of the season when it's all just 50-50 calls. So you know what? Rafinha still looked really, really great last game week. He had 66 touches, 37 passes, 2 shots, 1 in the box, and an attempted assist. On another day, he could have easily got more than 1 point. And I'm really hoping that will be the case in this up and coming game week. Thankfully, I had the highly owned pair of Salah and Fernandes. Salah, as my captain, got 34 points from 1 goal, 2 assists, plus 3 bonus points. He was absolutely on fire. He had 4 shots in the box and 2 on target. Really could have had more points than what he actually ended up on. Which leads me on to Bruno and his hat-trick. I did tip him as the next best captain for last game week in my 30-second captaincy video on Friday on TikTok. So if you want more of those little captaincy tips, then make sure you go and check me out there at FPL Nymfria. Bruno did great though, 20 points from 3 goals and bonus points. He also had 3 attempted assists. I would be worried if I didn't own Bruno going forward right now. You know, he seems like a must own at this point. I decided to double up on United attack after deciding to make Jota's spot Greenwood so I could facilitate Simicast. Thankfully, it paid off and they got the same points with 8. He looked so attacking, Greenwood. I mean, he got 3 shots, 2 on target, and an attempted assist. He would have got so many more points than he actually did. Moving on to my forwards, and Tony is the only letdown here. The stats don't look great for him, I have to say, with only 1 attempted assist, but on the eye test, he was involved in absolutely everything. Not necessarily looking as if he was going to get us returns, but he was very attacking in those attacking roles, in and around a lot of those passes to Mbeumo. So if those two can continue linking up, then Tony still looks a really good shout moving forward. And you know what? If he doesn't, then we can find a bit of cash from somewhere and upgrade him, or we can downgrade him to a 4.5 and move that money into midfield. I'm trying not to panic here with him. He still looked good, even though the stats are saying otherwise. Thankfully though, Ings got the very, very, very last minute penalty to bag him 7 points. That penalty came so late in that game that I actually missed it. A friend of mine told me that Ings has scored for me, and much to my delight, I was over the moon. But yeah, I had absolutely no clue that he had scored because it was so late. But happy days, we can't complain with that. But it was Antonio that saved my bacon this game week. King Antonio, as I'm going to call him. I was exactly 13 points off the 100 club on Sunday night, and I was sure I would just miss out on it if I'm honest. You know what? I thought there's no way on this earth Antonio will get me 13 points. I thought maybe if I'd gone Benrahma and had the 2 of them in the last game, and lots of people had extra City people in their bag to just call on, and I was the only one just sat there with Antonio, and I thought, I can't get to 100 club. I'm going to be a couple of points off. But hey ho, it's still a fantastic game week. And then I sat there and saw the Antonio penalty miss and thought, yeah, okay, I'm absolutely not reaching it now. Never mind, enjoy the moment, it's all good. And then in the second half, he came out and got that extra goal and that extra assist and all 3 bonus points, which got me to the 100 club just on the nose. Happy times, cannot complain with that. I could have had some more points if I played Ailing, who was last on my bench, but I was never going to do that against United, was I really? It turns out I also went for the wrong 4.5 midfielder, as Brownhill didn't start. Very, very annoying that, as I did switch out Basuma for Brownhill last minute. I saw lots of people on Twitter with Brownhill in their teams, and I thought, gosh, maybe they know something I don't. I'll go with Brownhill, and yeah, he didn't start. So hopefully that isn't going to become a problem down the road. Hopefully it was just this game week he didn't start, but yeah, kind of wishing I just stuck with Basuma there. Hey ho, we roll. Sufal did only get me the 1 point, but he did create a big chance and have 2 attempted assists. So you know what? Hopefully he'll come good. Happy at the moment to have him on my bench, but I'll give him a couple of weeks, and if I'm not really playing him or the hammers haven't really tightened up at the back, then I will definitely look at downgrading him. So with all of that, I got 100 points on the dot, placing me at 377,000, and my 3 top scorers for the week were Bruno Fernandes with 20 points, King Mo Salah with 34 points as my captain, and Antonio with 13 points. Moving on to Game Week 2, and this is how I'm currently lining up. It's much the same, really. I'm really trying to sit on my hands and trying to avoid the knee-jerk reaction move of moving Rafinha to Benrahma, the move I should have done before Game Week 1. But you know what? Leicester have looked solid in defence, and Everton have looked a little bit shaky. So I'm kind of hoping that this week the tide swings back in Rafinha's favour and saves me doing that transfer. I can hope, can't I? Plus, I'd really like 2 transfers for Game Week 3 where I may look at a few moves. I'd really like Sonny for Game Week 3, but it would mean a -4. So let's just park that one for a minute. I'm trying not to take too many hits this season, although, this is me and I do love a bit of bat shizzle. So we'll just park it for the minute and leave it there. Let's take a look at Sonny for one more game week before deciding whether we really want to invest all our cash in that. My other worry is Greenwood. I'm hoping on form he keeps his place. He stayed on when Sancho came on at the end of the last match, which is good, but with Cavani, Martial and Rashford still yet to return, I'm really unsure of his long-term involvement moving forward. I have considered moving Greenwood on to Gundogan or Torres for that lovely Norwich fixture. However, Gundogan did pick up a shoulder injury, so I'm not sure if he'll be involved. And while Torres, he looked great, and I still think he could get some returns, I'd really like to see what happens with this City midfield and how they shape up before piling in on them. At the moment, I look at them and I'm not really sure where I should be putting my money. So another week's worth of data against a Norwich team that they really should be beating might allow me to see where I should be putting my cash when it comes to Manchester City. My captaincy is on Salah at the moment. Burnley let in 2 goals against Brighton, but there is also a case for Bruno against Southampton, who conceded 3 goals last game week. Haven't quite settled on this. I'm pretty sure it will be Salah, but I could make a bit of a switch to Bruno. I am going to let myself just mellow on this for a couple of days. I'm going to go with my gut, but I don't think we'll end up going far wrong either way. Hopefully they'll both get returns in those fixtures. And lastly, moving on to the trending transfers. If you're new to the channel, it's at this stage I do the trending transfers section using Fantasy Football Fix data. This is where I delve into the trending transfers ahead of next game week so that you can see who's likely to rise and drop in price, as well as gauging the bandwagons at the time of recording. So let's take a look at the players in and out ahead of game week 2. Of the goalkeepers, Schmeichel is the trendiest goalkeeper in ahead of game week 2 with 88,000+ purchases. Raya of Brentford, after keeping a clean sheet against Arsenal, is the next highest with 61,000+ buys. Martinez is the most transferred out goalkeeper with over 88,000 sales. The next highest out this game week is Edison with 27,000+ managers getting rid of the expensive defensive City goalkeeper. Of the defenders, White is leading the way for sales out this week with over 141,000 managers jumping off of the Arsenal man. Chilwell is the second most transferred out due to his no-show with 121 plus thousand sales. Tsimikas is the trendiest defender in with 210,000 plus purchases. Everyone wanting a bit of the 4 million Liverpool defender who has already risen to 4.1 million ahead of game week 2. Alonso is the second most highest defender in this game week after his goal and clean sheet with over 154,000 purchases. In midfield, the Man United men are dominating the sales in. Pogba is unsurprisingly the main man in this week after 4 assists against Leeds. Over 390 plus thousand FPL managers have bought him in already. Bruno is also highly bought after his hat-trick with around 289,000 buys. Saka is the most switched out midfielder this week with over 146 plus thousand sales. Maddison is just behind him with over 143,000 FPL managers selling on the Leicester man. Up front, Kane is the trendiest forward out so far this game week, owing to his no-show in game week 1, with 220 plus thousand managers moving on the star striker. Iheanacho is the second most transferred out forward with over 146,000 sales. His sub-appearance of 18 minutes seemingly has FPL managers worried enough to sell already. Richarlison is the trendiest forward in this week after his goal and an assist with 232 plus thousand buys already. And before he's even kicked a ball for Chelsea yet, Lukaku is the second trendiest forward bought ahead of game week 2 with over 212,000 purchases. And that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. Please check out my sponsors of this video, fantasyfootballfix.com. You can get a 65% discount with my code that is in the description below. Thank you again so much on the 5,000 subscribers. Hopefully, if you can help me out, I'd love to get to 7,000. 7 is one of my lucky numbers, so it'd be absolutely amazing to try and reach 7,000 subs before the end of the season. So if you can, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, good luck for next game week. Nymfria out.